Welcome back to Market Master. I'm your host, Roland Atenborough, and thank you very much for having us as your guest today. Today, we're going to be talking about Bitcoin and what it's going to do for the rest of July, and I'm going to give you a full trade report that you can trade all the way to the end of July. Are you guys ready? Here we go. This market made a bottom on April 9th. Subsequently, it showed us what it was going to do. On the 15th, our channel was interviewed by Jordan of Crypto Explained Easy, where Jordan asked us what was happening with Bitcoin in the future. I mentioned that we should watch Bitcoin around the 19th to the 23rd. It would do something significant. It did do that. Now, looking at this market, we're going to now take this naked chart and we're going to build it up and we're going to find out all these here and all these moving up, and we're going to see how this whole sequence is playing out. First of all, we've got above our triple tops, and we've been talking about this. A rejection from a triple top and a move down below this 98 would signal a further and deeper move down. However, we held this level terrifically. Let's now go take a look at the chart. We're going to put a couple of trend lines on, and then we're going to start to move forward and pull this thing apart. Get comfortable. Didn't want to populate that line. Okay, so we're going to bring this up and we're going to tighten this up. Here we're just tightening up a trend line because we're looking for to see where the market will get weak and where it will show us that it's about to change. Getting above this trend line here would signal a break. We had that. Now our moves down had been less or around 5% here. Okay, so we're going to take a look at that really quickly because the market metric that we have for that, so it was 4.5%, 4%. And we had these subsequently quite a few times moving up. So from here, we know that if we were to break below this 4.5%, we would probably make a move down. So looking at how this was maturing, let's check our percentage levels. So again, we're still staying within that 4.5% there. The trend line is still holding. The trend is still up. I said to watch out around the 19th to the 23rd as we were about to have a pullback. Did we? We had a 4.8 to a 5. It just overshadowed by 0.5%, but it was a signal. And then we moved down. And this is where we start with the rest of our forecasting. So 14 days later, and at about 10% or 10.5%, our first correction. And in our correction, we have this 4, 5, and 6 day fake out, which we have twice. And we're going to look at all this stuff. So get comfortable because I'm going to stay here for about another 15, 20 minutes, and we're going to talk about all this. Again, how many days? 13, 14 days. How many percentage? The average was our 10%. We came down a little over 11.2%. Okay, so this is our metric now, right? 13 days, 10.5 to 11%, right? 13, 14 days, 10.5 to 11%. All right, so this is our metric. So we're going to go do some other things now, okay? Before we get going too far, we're going to find out where this is coming back to based upon this and using our geometric lines. Let's go ahead and do that. So first, we're going to put on our geometric line. Just going to take this and copy it because we know we have a trend, right? Oops, sorry about that. I didn't mean to move that. So we're going to bring this up. Oh boy, hey. I mean, I wonder how he found all this stuff. Okay. We're going to now take this chart. We're going to scrunch it down just a little. And now we're going to do some other stuff. Okay. So I'm going to take some other trend lines and we're going to find out how to buy, where to buy, and what to do. Okay, here we go. Next trend line, we're going to pop on here and we're going to change the colors now so that we can color coordinate our campaign moves. Okay, now we know that that's our trend. What are we doing? Right, what are we doing now? Right, okay, let's do it. So this one here sits on here. See how easy this is, guys? Come on, don't make this difficult. Now we're going to talk about some things. Okay, so this is the market move, the amount of days of velocity, and the angle at which that the asset was moving. Again, we are doing this. If we are to break above this top here, this model is non-existent, and we will only look at this for the amount of term that it made a correction. And we're going to do that right now too, just before we move on. So the total amount of this correction moving down was 32 to 33 days, after which the market made a move up. So let's go ahead and let's take some trend lines now and let's find out where our fake out top is, because here's our fake out move. They're exactly the same. So let's make this chart a little bigger now and let's bring it into view a bit more. Okay, so now we're going to take a trend line, we're going to make it a different color, and it's going to show us where these little peaks are, right? This one and this one. So here I am. I'm going to pull it out. I'm just going to square it out with the bottom here, right? We're going to change the color to white because this one is going to be our breakout angle or a fake out angle, okay? And I'll show you why. Let's go ahead and look at it, why. Okay, here we go. So again, it did not get above this white line, just like right here, okay? Pay attention to this because this is your short line, right? It comes up, and if we get any kind of resistance here, this is a shorting point. Okay, let's move forward now. Let's bring this angle now up because this is our fake out angle. And while we're here, we might as well get this one a little bit more tight. Okay, on there pretty much perfectly. So our secondary reactions here, right here. So you guys can see that, right? So we're going to I just need to clone this because I need to show you guys this because this is how you do it if you don't have hand-drawn charts. So this is our resistance level now on our reactions from our tops. And notice that this top here, again, signaled our second top, and that the reaction from that top here was lower again. So taking this thing again and showing you, because I have to show you guys this, because you guys want to preserve and make your capital. You want to buy my courses and you want to be a market master. This is how you're going to do it. So again, going back and reiterating now, this is our breakaway. This is our reaction. So if this angle gets rejected, we will see further pushes down. Getting above this angle will signal a move up. Here, when we got above this angle, we made some very weak closes here and quickly got below it, and noting that we did not get above this top, signaling weakness. As a trader, you should be all over this. Moving forward from this low here now, we know very much that this angle is the same as this angle, and that the trajectory of this asset is doing the same thing. So we are therefore watching it and going with the trend. All right, now to get to the point where I love the most, what's going to happen in the future. This is a tradable event, and I want you to be able to capitalize on the things that we do here. So we're going to take another tool that we have, And I want you to use these tools. Everything that I show you, I want you to do, because this is going to help you very much. So we're going to take this and we're going to run it out. We're going to run it out to our breakout. Let's just take this over now. We're going to put this on here like this. Let's make it a different color right now. Maybe we'll make it. Actually, we'll just keep it blue. It's fine. So you can see now that we're having this move up, and this is our white line because obviously we've copied this whole thing. And for it to do this thing, we need to see that it is following up and is about to pull, right? A 1 or 2 day reaction where it gets weak and cannot get above, right? The thick part of this candle here, right? Where it starts to push a shooting star. This is a very important point. If we can't get above this and close above this stuff, particularly this angle right here, it's going to signal some downward moves. Now, remember, we can do another fake out like this where we can come above this angle and come up and retest a top. So we could easily come down to our point here on the 28th where I'm telling you to buy at 111,000. That's where I'm buying my next load of Bitcoin. As long as it doesn't break above, because if it breaks above this and shows a close above this, then I'll be buying again right away, knowing that this angle is still active, very strong, because we have broke above both of these angles and closed above these tops, right? As soon as it signals a move above these right here, it signals a move above this. This is a very, very active market, and we will have another move up, probably into this area here. Not saying that we will make it up into this area that I've spoke about, but it is very possible and likely. So, watching for this now, what are we going to have? Well, this is exactly what we're looking to see repeat. Another move down, another retest. So I'm expecting by August 2nd and 3rd here that we're going to have another top. I've marked this in my private ephemeris. I've already done all this all the way to the end of the year, knowing exactly what's going to happen week to week, just based on the past, because I use a master time factor. And Mr. Gann has many, many counts of master time factors, but one is really in particular. We'll talk about that in my course. We will talk about that. So, looking forward now here, Bitcoin's about to make another move down on the 28th, and I'm telling you, you need to buy. And this is probably a retest of this zone. It's a tradable. If we do not break above this, I want you to have your stops nice and tight, because we're here to make money, not lose money. So when we leap off this bottom, keep your stops tight under every day so that the next day that it shows weakness and breaks below it, it gets caught and we lock in our profits. Then you can sit and on the sideline, or you can short this down to the 14th or the 15th, somewhere in this period here. And there again, the end of August, we will have another peak high. I've already marked in my books. I have all this stuff way ahead. Once we do this maneuver here, guys, September, October, and November is the 17th, 18th, and 19th month from the halving event, and the cycle ends. And the cycle always ends in the 19th month. Now, it can persist on, but it cannot get above the 19th month high. You just can't. It hasn't done it in the last 3 cycles, and I don't think it will do it in this cycle. However, I could be wrong. I'm not a machine. I'm a human being. I'm emotional. And to remove my emotions, I have to trade mechanically. I have to use mathematical science. And this is exactly what William is teaching you. And this is exactly what I'm teaching you. Also, get ready for some more stuff on my one-on-one courses. I finished all the major workbooks that you will have to fill out, and you will be extremely drained and very joyful at the end of it, because you will be able to figure out the price of an asset days, weeks, and months in advance. So looking at our chart now, you can see that I've pulled this apart, and you can see now this wasn't too difficult. Guys, don't be thinking now, just because we just leapt up to this, that we're continuing on. We're going to have a correction here. And the same with these XRP. Like, I know my forecast called for this and everyone poo-pooed me, but here we are. Roland's right again. And next I'm going to do an XRP update. And it's for a brother of mine too. I meant to do something for Liam. I did a longitude of price for the wrong asset. He wanted it for XRP. I think I did it for Bitcoin or Doji or something. Anyways, I did an XRP price longitude, and I'm going to do that next, and I'm going to show you that on my square of 9 and the scale and how it all works and how I did it. All right, peace and love, brothers and sisters. Have a great day. Love to you all. Peace and love.